Hey YouTubers, this is Too Fast for You, and I have a quick video for you here today. First, I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time to watch this video. This is my very first YouTube video. I recently switched from being a BlackBerry person to an iPhone person, and in my quest to make my iPhone experience as best as it could be, I started doing research on the internet and YouTube and wherever I could get information, people's opinions and whatnot. And I actually found that probably the best source of information for everything from cases to apps to tips and tricks for the iPhone definitely came from YouTube. So when it came time for me to decide which case I wanted to use for my iPhone, because I'm pretty easy on my electronics. I consider myself really tech savvy. I have all kinds of electronics and doing the best I can to take care of them. I've never been one to have lost cell phones and have to break them or drop them and have them replaced, and I never opt for the warranties, I guess. So anyway, so I definitely want to take care of my new toy. So I started searching around for cases, and definitely found a bunch of guys out there doing the reviews on YouTube. Much appreciation for all those people taking the time to share with us real world experience. I mean, manufacturers, they're going to tell you all kinds of stuff about how great this product is and whatnot, but they may leave out some details that day-to-day people are really going to be interested in. So I want to thank those guys first of all, and this is kind of not really a tribute to those guys, but this is kind of got me out here today reviewing the new IVYSKIN Xylo T3. Now everybody's probably saying, "Oh, I've seen this case and other reviews," but I actually have had other cases, and based on other people's reviews and some of the other things that I've seen, my day-to-day case there for a while was the in-case slider. Really good case. I'm not doing a review on this today or anything like that. There's plenty of those out there, but this was my kind of go-to case. So I know a lot of people are familiar with this case, so I'm going to kind of have it handy. So when I can do not really a comparison, but I can show you some things, dimensions and whatnot, and some other useful stuff, and compare it with the in case. But I had read some reviews and seen some videos, and there were some decent remarks about the Xylo T3 from IVYSKIN. There were some complaints about the way that the pieces went together and whatnot. Well, I'll get into that a little bit in a few minutes. But this is actually, I'm almost going to say, this has only been out for maybe 3 or 4 weeks. I've rocked this case for about 2 weeks now. So this isn't an unboxing video or anything like that. I just put it in the packaging so you guys could see it. But this has actually been kind of redesigned. I think this might be the 3rd generation of the Xylo T3. Actually, I stumbled across this case trying to look up reviews for the T3 Reflect, which it has a chrome accent around the side here, but this does not. But in my quest of looking up the information on the chrome, I found this case, and this is like I said, I have not been able to find any reviews on this case, so that's what's kind of prompted me to post this video, and I hope you guys will give me some response on what you think. This is my first video ever. I have never posted a YouTube video. This is going to be my first editing. Unfortunately, I have all kinds of electronics. The only thing I probably do not have is a MacBook, which will change very soon. I do have multiple PCs, and so I will be using some PC software to post this video. And like I said, I'm going to give it my best shot and just see what I can do. So anyway, so let's kind of get into this. Like I said, this is the IVYSKIN Xylo T3. I don't know if it has any other model name. Like I said, I found this doing a search for the Reflect case. I do know that basically I had to specify that this was the black case. I would just assume that that's just because of the color. I wouldn't assume that that's like another name for this case. But anyway, I did have to purchase this off the internet. Could not find it in any of my local stores. So anyway, so overall, I'll just say I do like this case. Like I said, I have been using it for about 2 weeks now, and that's pretty like solid 2 weeks. Like this has pretty much been on my phone. I don't go back and forth between cases. I just kind of like to, you know, I'll get into some of that. But anyway, Xylo claims that it's slim and impact resistant, a full touch-through screen, crystal clear, and anti-scratch Xylo surface. So I'll talk about what I think about some of that. So anyway, just and this is one product. You do not get anything other than the case and a little plastic or a cardboard iPhone to give to your friends. But anyway, so here we are. Comes in 2 pieces, a front and a back. This is a full body protector. I mean, you have a screen here. I would say that this is a very, very, very thin plastic. I mean, you can see there is a lot of twisting there. I mean, I'm not really twisting too hard. I don't want to. The back is very solid, very thick. I mean, there you're not going to twist that up too much. When I first opened this thing, first couple of things I did notice, some of these edges are quite sharp. I mean, I almost scratched myself feeling around on these things. There wasn't what you consider flashing. I mean, right there is something kind of pulling at my finger. I mean, there is something right there. But for the most part, there isn't anything that's going to, like, you know, really, I think, scratch the phone coming out of the box. But I will say that, like, this piece right down through here, very sharp. I was so concerned about this being sharp, I actually took a little file, a metal file, and actually kind of filed that corner a little bit, just because I was afraid that maybe when I was sliding my phone in there that I was going to drop or scratch it on that corner. So I did file that down, and actually right in here it was also very rough. So while I had that file out, I did kind of hit that. I would assume that you could use maybe a nail file, or, you know, if it was that big of a deal. I mean, nothing serious. I mean, I didn't go all out or anything. I just hit it a little bit with the file just to knock some of these edges off. I mean, it wasn't really bad, but it kind of had some sharp. I mean, you could hear your finger, you know, you have the ridges of your fingerprint. You could actually hear that going over the edges there. So anyway, so that's my initial, not really complaint, but initial observation, I guess. I mean, the case is, you know, it's crystal clear. The screen, crystal clear. I mean, you can't even, when this is clean, no fingerprints, you can't really see that it's there. So let's put this on the case. Now, one thing I will say that I do have the most trouble with is putting the case on and off. It is not just a simple pop on and off type thing, which was kind of a complaint about the older models being a slide type. You slid the halves together, and there was people were talking about pulling them out of their pockets and them coming apart in their pocket and whatnot, so forth. So what I found is just set the iPhone right in the back piece, and you're gonna actually have to. This is gonna be hard to see, but there are really sharp ridges, which this is where it connects across the top, and the same design is across here. So all the connection is on these two, the sides and the top. And I mean, it's I don't even know if I could get this on the camera here, guys. I am using my my digital camera actually. So nothing fancy here, but anyway, it has a little ridge right here, and this all connects together. Anyway, so what I have to do is actually kind of slide the phone out of the case just a little bit, because what I found is that if you slide the top in first, connects the little ridges, and then I kind of just put some pressure here just to hold it, and then kind of go to the long side without the buttons and make sure that that's seated in there, and then come over to the side with the rocker and the volume switch, and just kind of press that together. Now it's on there. Okay,